Hello and welcome guys. Today we are going to talk about what is NEP. So NEP is National Education Policy. So now let's understand what is India's new education policy 2020. So start with the introduction. Today we will talk about something that has been the center of discussion in India, NEP 2020 or the new education policy. This policy is set to change the way education works in India from school to college. So if you are a student, parent or educator, this video will give you a clear understanding of what NEP is and how it impacts you. Let's dive into it. So let's start with section number 1. Section number 1 is what is NEP. The new education policy NEP was approved by the Indian government in 2020. It is the first major education reform in India in over 34 years, replacing by the old policy from 1986. The goal of NEP is to transform the Indian education system to make it more holistic, flexible and elegant with the needs of the 21st century. Let's talk about why was a new policy needed. So, the old education system focused heavily on rote learning where students memorize information without understanding it deeply. There was a gap between what students learned and the skills required in real life jobs. And third point is the world is changing fast with new technology and industries emerging, so the education system needed an upgrade. Let's talk about section number 2, key features of NEP 2020. Now let's go through the main features of the new education policy and how it aims to change the education landscape in India. So let's start. Number 1, structure change, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system. So the old system based on the previous education system followed a 10 plus 2 structure, 10 years of school and 2 years of higher secondary education. But now, new system is NEP introduced a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure which divides education into 4 stages. So the first stage is foundational stage and its time period is 5 years. For age 3 to 8 focusing on play-based learning nursery to class 2. Preparatory stage, its duration is 3 years. For age 8 to 11 with the emphasis on activity-based learning from class 3 to 5. Now, middle age. Its duration is 3 years. For ages 11 to 14, introducing subjects like science, maths and arts from classes 6 to 8. Now, second stage and that is 4 years. For the ages of 14 to 18, offering a flexible curriculum with multiple subject choices, class 9 to 12. Why this change happened? This new structure is designed to build a strong foundation from an early age to reduce the pressure on students during higher classes. Number 2. Focus on early childhood care and education, ECCE. The NEP emphasizes early childhood education for children aged 3 to 6 years. And what is the goal for it? To ensure that young children receive the best possible learning experience focusing on mental and physical development. Number 3. No rigid streams in higher secondary. In the old system, students has to choose between science, commerce or arts in higher secondary school. But under NEP, students can now choose a mix of subjects. For example, a student can study physics along with the music or economics with arts. A simple explanation is this change allows students to explore different interests and skills rather than being restricted to a particular stream. Let's talk about number 4. Emphasize on skill development and vocational education. Starting from class 6, students will be introduced to coding and other practical skills. Vocational training like carpentry, gardening or electronics will be a part of curriculum to prepare students for real world jobs. Number 5th point is focus on religion languages. The policy promotes the use of religion languages as a medium of instruction till class 5, aiming to make learning easier for young students. This change helps in better understanding as students learn best in their native language. Number 6 point is exam and assessments will be different. As per the old systems, students have to take high pressure board exams in class 10 and 12. But in the new system, NEP introduced a more flexible approach with a modular exams, continuous assignments and tests that focus on the overall understanding of subjects rather than rote memorization. Let's talk about section 3. Section 3 is higher education changes. In the NEP 2020 also brings high changes to higher education which affects colleges and universities. So the number 1 point is multiple entry and exit options in college. Students can now choose to exit their degree program at different stages with a certificate. 1-year certificate called certificate, 2-year certificate called diploma and 3-year certificate called bachelor's degree and the 4th year certificate called bachelor's degree with research. So, simple explanation is, if a student needs to leave college after 1 year, they won't lose everything. They will still get a certificate for the completed coursework. Number 2 point is introduction of multidisciplinary education. Universities will offer a mix of subjects from different fields. For example, students can study engineering along with a minor in music or literature. This aims to make education more holistic, allowing students to gain a broad understanding of different fields. Number 3 point is new regulator for higher education. The NEP proposes a single regulatory body, the Higher Education Commission of India (HECI), to oversee all colleges and universities. It aims to reduce bureaucracy and create a more uniform standard of quality in higher education. Now, talk about section number 4. Section number 4 is technology in education. Technology is an important part of NEP. The policy promotes the use of digital tools to enhance learning. Digital classrooms like more focused online learning platforms and digital resources, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. And New Educational System Technology Forum (NETF), a platform to support the use of technology in education, offering guidance and resources to teachers and students. And the simple explanation is, the policy aims to use technology to make education accessible to all, including students in remote areas. Now talk about section number 5. And the section number 5 is impact of NEP on teachers. NEP 2020 also emphasizes improving the quality of teaching. It aims to make the profession more attractive and provide better training for teachers. Training programs like regular training and workshops for teachers to keep their skills up to date. Better pay and initiatives. Proposals for improved salaries and initiatives to attract talented individuals into teaching. Now, talk about the conclusion here. To summarize, the New Education Policy 2020 aims to bring a comprehensive reform to the Indian education system. It focuses on reducing rote learning, encouraging holistic development, and making education more flexible and accessible. This is a step towards making Indian education future ready, preparing students for a rapidly changing world. Whether you are a student, parent, or teacher, this policy brings exciting changes that can make learning more engaging and practical. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more such educational content. Let me know in the comments what you have to think about it and how it might impact your educational journey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Jai Hind.